Kevin, I know you wanted to get here early, but this early, the place is empty.
I would have been here at dawn if the building was open.
You know, not too long ago, you shuddered at the thought of having to show your face in this courtroom.
Well, I just want to find out if Nora's going to pull the plug on defending Todd and the guys.
Yeah.
I was up half the night thinking about it.
I noticed. You know, now that Mom knows that Todd raped Carol, I don't see how she can't take some sort of action.
Morning. Kevin? Rachel? How are you?
Look, if you want me to say something to Rachel for you, I'd be glad to give her a message.
No, actually, you're the one I wanted to talk to.
Me?
Yeah, you. I want you to listen to what I have to say, Kevin. And I want you to listen hard.
Those three are headed for acquittal. Do I really want to go and watch it happen?
Marty, you can't just give up.
I'm not giving up. I'm facing facts, Wade. The trial's almost over, and the paper's right. They are gonna go free.
Yeah, well, that reporter has never heard Carol Swift's story.
And never will, because it's too late to use what she said in court.
Well, court's not the only place that she can help you. Carol told Nora her story, remember?
It's not gonna do any good. Nora Gannon is probably the last person on this earth who would ever believe that I was raped.
Zachary Rosen. Powell Lord. Todd Manning. Admit it. You raped Marty.
What is with you today, huh? One word from that lying little slut, and now I'm guilty. Carol can't prove a thing. Neither can Marty. Now, this case is all but over.
Miss Gannon? I knocked on the door, but I guess you couldn't hear me.
No, I was thinking of something.
You said on the phone that I should come here and meet you right away. Is something wrong?
That's what I want to find out. Sit down. As the days of a trial dwindle down, I'm afraid my manners do too. Please. Oh, I'm sorry. Sit down.
Thanks.
I wanted to be sure I spoke to you before today's court session, just to see where we stand.
Where we stand with what?
With the trial. I only have a few more technical experts to call onto the stand, and of course you won't have to testify.
I know. So what's the problem?
Well, once the testimony is over, then it's up to the jury to decide who's telling the truth. And I know you care about the truth, Powell.
What makes you say that?
Observation, intuition. A lawyer's two best friends. Kappa Alpha Delta. You know, I was in a sorority at college.
No kidding.
Mm-hmm.
Which one?
Theta Epsilon Pi. I almost called Rachel Theta. It was a wonderful time back then. It was fun. Oh, now I cringe at the thought of all the stunts that my Theta Pies and I used to pull. Yeah, some of them not so smart, some of them embarrassing, and some of them not legal.
I can't believe you broke the law.
All in the name of sorority fun, you know.
Why are you telling me all this?
Because I want you to know that I understand what college is all about. The friendships, the experimentation, the problems. Everybody gets into trouble at college, pal. And sometimes that trouble gets way out of hand. But you know exactly what I'm talking about.
Why would I?
Because you did something that got way out of hand, didn't you, pal?
Marty, you have no idea what Nora thinks of Carol's story.
I know what she thinks of me.
Well, she might see you in a whole new light now.
Or she might not.
Yeah, well, until we get to court, let's ditch the doomsayers and, like the song says, accentuate the positive by working on our song.
No, I don't think so.
I got a whole raft of new lyrics in my head I've been dying to try out on you.
I'm way too shaky to handle the piano. Sweet, it's like you're asking me to get behind the wheel of a big fancy new car. And I'm not even sure if I remember how to drive.
Hop in. It's a convertible.
Where are we gonna go?
Well, that's up to you. You're the one who's driving. Oh. Seatbelt. You still remember how to get her started? Go on. Give her a try. I hope you like the lyrics. I only see things black and white, never shades of gray. My eyes don't work that way, no.
I like them.
I can't imagine fantasies. They never cross my mind. Could be why I'm lonely time to time.
Right.
Only you can reach me now. Can you teach me how? Teach me how to dream. Help me make a wish.
What's on your mind, Hank?
Too much to keep bottled up anymore, Kevin. Look, I owe you an apology.
Oh? For what?
Convicting you in my mind of raping Marty and hanging on to that belief way past the point where even she had stopped believing it. Look, have a seat. Kevin, I strong-armed Marty into not dropping the charges against you. You see, I knew that it would cripple her case against the other 3 boys, but the truth was, I just didn't believe that you weren't guilty. And I'm sorry for that.
Well, I appreciate you saying so.
Yeah, well, I pride myself in never letting my personal feelings interfere with the way I handle any case.
Come on, Hank. If you're gonna apologize, why don't you just apologize for what this is really about? It's that you hated me, not that you hate rapists. You put the screws on me because you couldn't stand me or anyone in my family, and it made your blood just boil to know that I was dating your daughter.
Well, Kevin, I suppose that I used this hall of justice for revenge, and I'm not proud of that. In fact, it makes me sick to my stomach. Look, I've spent night after night tossing and turning just trying to put my finger on why I was so against you dating Rachel.
And did you?
Well, the closest I got is that I probably wouldn't like anyone who went out with my daughter.
You mean I don't fit your ideal image for Rachel's ideal boyfriend?
Whoa, just
right?
hold it right there. I know what you're thinking, and you're dead wrong. This has got nothing to do with you being white. Kevin, I'm a father. And
I'm sorry, but all I've seen is an angry man.
yeah, well, maybe you're right. And as I was unwilling to see you with my daughter, that's how unwilling I was to believe in your innocence. But that's not what hurts the most. It's knowing what I've done to my relationship with Rachel.
Well, she is angry, all right.
Yeah, I know that. And it's gonna take some time to make things right with her again, if ever. But in the meantime, I want to ask you something.
As Rachel's father or as the district attorney?
Neither. As a man, Kevin. I'm asking you man to man for your forgiveness. Will you accept my apology?
Katerina Witt.
They say, oh, Katerina's using her looks. I'm guilty. To be the best.
Oh.
Cheer up.
Yeah, well, Angela, the idea of pulling another con with you doesn't exactly fill me with joy.
Well, then think of the joy of all those little faces when we help them with our soon-to-be funded charity, the Lost Children of the World Foundation.
You really think Dorian Lord is going to go for a tearjerker like this?
Kane, what is your problem?
I'm talking to her, sweetheart.
Where's your enthusiasm? You know, you used to be so eager to tackle this job.
Look, I still am, okay? Because the sooner we get to it, the sooner it's over with. The only reason I'm doing this job, as you well know, Angela, is to get back those stupid love letters you keep hanging over my head. All I want to do is just get back to my life with Tina, that's all.
Honey, don't you think that might be kind of hard to do under the circumstances?
Well, if you're referring to Cord's loss of memory, no. Because there's nothing that's going to keep Tina and me from being together.
Even though they are living as husband and wife again?
No, they're not, all right? She's just pretending, that's all.
Are you sure?
Yes, I am sure, Angela. All right, Tina does not love Cord. It's just a charade, all right? It's just fake as a stupid wig right here, that's all.
I don't know, Kane. Even this wig can be pretty convincing. I saw Cord last night, and his marriage certainly seemed to be the real thing.
What do you mean by that?
Oh, I just can't believe that. And that happened Thanksgiving night.
Yeah, none of us could believe it. And it was so soon after she'd come home.
I guess the saving grace was that Sarah didn't suffer in the accident at all. She was killed instantly.
I'm so sorry, Bo.
Well, thanks. It was rough for a long time, but I got through it. I had a lot of help. This lady right here. And there's another great lady in my life now. And I've fallen in love with her. Name's Nora Gannon.
She's a lawyer. Recently moved here from Chicago.
Well, I'm very happy to hear that, Bo. I'm glad someone in this family's got some good news for me. That's just great. Listen, one of the most important things in life, that's having someone to love. I don't know what I'd ever do if I ever lost the love of my life.
You know, you look awfully tired, Cord.
I'm not tired.
I know, but you've already been to the hospital and back this morning, had a long checkup with Larry and physical therapy. That's quite a lot for someone who's only just on the mend.
Yeah. Yeah, you ought to go upstairs and grab a nap. I've got to get to the courthouse. You want to walk me out?
Yeah, sure, all right. I can take a hand. I'll go get some rest. See you later. Oh. Oh, you're right. Maybe I do need a nap.
You look like you could use some rest, too.
Vicky, I don't know how I'm going to get through this.
I know, honey. It's really hard on you. I know.
Last night, I waited until Cord was asleep, and then I went into the bedroom, and I slept in the chair. Oh. And I got up earlier than he did so that when he woke up and he saw me in my bathrobe, he would think that I had slept with him.
Honey.
I feel bad for Cord. He's so trusting and so vulnerable. But that doesn't change the fact that I am in love with Kane with all of my heart. And I miss him more than I ever dreamed I could.
Did you get enough sleep last night, man?
A little. Why?
Because you were really jumpy yesterday.
Look, I've got a right to be jumpy. Nora's onto us, in case you haven't noticed.
Okay, so big deal. Nora the Bloodhound is sniffing around us a little bit now. But the trial's almost over, Todd. And when it is, it's bye-bye courthouse, hello freedom.
You're awfully sure of yourself, Sam.
Yeah, that's right, I am, Todd, especially because Nora's not going to put Powell the Petrified on the stand.
Where is Pal, anyway?
I don't know.
What do you mean by things getting out of hand?
I think it's obvious, don't you?
You're talking about Marty?
Mm-hmm.
So you're saying it was wrong for me and Todd and Zach to have slept with her?
Slept? What an interesting choice of words. I don't know, pal. What do you think?
Yes, it was stupid and crazy and dumb.
Why?
Because if we had never slept with her, Marty never would have accused us of raping her.
You mean falsely accused you, don't you?
Yes, you can't believe how ashamed I am of what I did, and I haven't even told my parents about it.
You know, when I first took this case, I couldn't figure out why it hit you harder. Everything hit you harder than it did the other two boys. And now I know. Because you're basically a good boy, pal. You'd never harm anybody. And then I started to wonder, why would you hang around with some not-so-good boys? And now I know why, too. Because you looked up to them, don't you?
Well, they always seem so...
So everything you always wanted to be? I know what it's like to admire someone. To want to be like them, to want to be liked by them.
Is that wrong?
No. Mm-mm. It's natural. It's also very normal for a pledge to want to be accepted by their older and more popular fraternity brothers, you know. And sometimes pledges are forced and intimidated and goaded into doing things that they never, ever, ever would have ever done at any other time. Sometimes horrible things, terrible things. Powell, I have received some information that has led me to the conclusion that you and Todd and Zach did not have sex with Marty the way you claim. That, in fact, you raped Marty Seabrook.
I'm doing it, and I'm really liking the way I'm feeling.
It's here. Grape Nuts Discover the Difference Week. Your week to discover how breakfast with...
Sorry I ruined the song.
Don't worry about it. It's nothing.
I mean, I'm sorry I reacted the way I did.
Hey, I'm the one who pushed you to working on that song again. It's way too early for that. I just keep looking too far down the road, trying to get there too fast, I guess.
You're being too hard on yourself.
No, I'm not. I nearly lost you once before, Marty, and if I pushed too hard, I could lose you again. The scars from what you've been through take a long time to heal, and I told you already that I'll wait forever if I have to, until you feel safe.
Thank you.
How about I bring the car around and meet you out front?
Sounds good. Suede?
Yeah.
Just Suede?
Kevin, I tried my best to keep you out of Rachel's life.
Oh, I've noticed.
Yeah. But you just won't go away. And you showed me what kind of man you really are. So I'm in no position to judge anyone. So no, I'm not going to stand in the way of you and Rachel being together.
It's been a long time coming.
Yeah. So, are we square? You and I?
I gotta be honest with you, Hank. It's still hard for me to just get over all the hurt that you've caused Rachel.
I can understand that, Kevin.
I've been with her, Hank. I've seen the damage you've done to the daughter you love and the woman that I love.
Look, what can I say? I messed up.
Now, Rachel's gonna have a hard time forgiving you.
Well, that doesn't mean I'm not going to try everything in the world to make it up to her. Now, we both love Rachel, which means we share something way too precious to go on mistrusting each other. So what do you say?
Peace.
Yeah.
Powell. Last night, I learned that Todd Manning raped another woman from Landview University.
What?
Yes.
Who?
It doesn't matter. It could be anyone. It could be anyone again, if Todd's allowed to go free. Powell, I know you never intended to rape Marty. And you never would have raped Marty if Todd and Zach hadn't goaded you into it. But they're gonna goad somebody else into doing something else again. Powell, do you know what fraternity means? It means brotherhood. Sharing a common purpose or interest. You've got a lot in common with Todd and Zach. Like the house that you live in and the red and white windbreakers that you wear. And at the same time, you're very different from those two.
I am.
Mm-hmm. You have a conscience. I know it because I can see you wrestling with it every day in the courtroom.
It's just that I don't like being there, that's all.
You don't lie so good either. It's never too late for the truth to come out, Powell. If you came forward even today when the case was this close to being wrapped up, you could spare yourself the burden of carrying around the knowledge of what really happened that night. Oh, yeah, I know. Todd and Zach wouldn't like it very much. And in fact, if you came forward with the truth, you may end up with none of the same friends that you had before. But you'd have yourself. And you'd have your self-respect.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about sleepless nights. I'm talking about tortured dreams on the nights that you do sleep. Guilt, dread, all those little goodies that come along with living a lie. You know what I'm talking about. You're living with them right now. It's the worst, isn't it? Only it's gonna get worse. Believe me. I know what it's like to think that you've done something very horrible and then have to live with it all bottled up inside.
I have done nothing horrible.
Well, then you have nothing to fear. But if you have, speak up. Otherwise, you may well go free, but mark my words, Powell, you will carry the truth around with you everywhere you go, and the whole world will be your jail. You know what the truth is, Powell? Let it out. Let it out and really be free.
What's for dinner? Hamburger helper lasagna.
I'm gonna make a real good, feel good meal. hot, home-cooked hamburger helper.
Makes a real good meal.
After I got this job and this stress, sometimes I had trouble getting to sleep. So I take Unisom.
In tests, people fell asleep faster with Unisom than without.
I wake up feeling refreshed. Unisom works faster, so I can be at my best.
My lord, the killer was eating cookies.
Quite right.
But my client doesn't eat cookies. She eats Fig Newtons.
Case dismissed.
A cookie is just a cookie, but Newtons are fruit and cake.
Now the original cleaner Prel Green is back.
Work. Clean.
There's no cleaner clean.
Well clean.
One Life to Live will continue in a moment.
3 gave their lives in service to their country, and then there was 1.
Tomorrow, a controversial new account of the rise and fall of Teddy Kennedy.
On Good Morning America.
Death of a sports hero, the tragedy of Boston Celtics star Reggie Lewis.
Our hearts are very heavy tonight.
Today at 5 on Eyewitness News, grief, shock, and the conflicting medical opinion that may have cost Reggie Lewis his life. Also, grave decisions, shocking voting irregularities revealed, how the dead could have a hand in electing New York's next mayor. And a blind sailor goes to sea, the amazing story of how he'll make his transatlantic voyage alone. Today at 5 and at 6, right here on Channel 7.
Tell me the truth. Just let it out.
I'm sorry, I
Oh, no, Belle, please!
No luck?
Lots of luck, but all of it bad. I was this close. I was this close. I just had him in. I had him. He was so ready. He knew he could do it. He knew it was going to be all right if he did it. I don't know. He just stopped. He just stopped cold. I had him right there. I had him right there, and he just got away. I want him to talk.
Yeah, well, it sure would have made everything a lot easier.
Forget easier. It would have made things right. A confession was the only thing that would satisfy me and the law.
Yeah, well, the truth is, they raped her.
It's not good enough, Bo. It's got to come from them.
All right, sorry. Look, I came to tell you that court's about to reconvene.
Thank you.
So what are you going to do now?
I don't know. I need to be alone for a minute, though.
Okay. I'll see you inside. Look, I know you're going to do what's right.
I know how hurt you are, Rachel.
I am past hurt. When my own father put me on the stand and rubbed my relationship with you in my face, something in me snapped. And I'm just closed to Hank Gannon forever.
Now, forever is a funny word. It has this way of changing into someday. Hey, I never thought I would forgive Leanne and Jason for taking Duke, but I did. And partly because time passed and I calmed down, but partly because you taught me how to let go of my anger Grow up.
This is different.
Sure it is. This is your anger.
Look, are you saying that I don't have the right to be angry?
Of course you do. Your father treated you horribly. But if there's one thing I've learned throughout this whole mess, it's just that sins can be forgiven. Almost all sins.
This is very, very painful for you, Tina. I know that, honey. It's awful to be torn between two men, especially when you care for both of them so much.
Yeah, I do care for Cord, but I love Kane. Except now I have to walk around pretending like I'm in love with Cord, or else he could just totally fall apart.
Well, frankly, Tina, the very fact that you were willing to play this role seems to me to indicate that you have a greater love for Cord than even you are aware of.
I don't know. All I know is that I feel like I'm living with a time bomb. I mean, what if I say the wrong thing to Cord, or what if I flinch when he touches me?
I know. It's a terrible situation, especially for your poor children.
Yeah, it's like they have a whole new instruction manual on how to behave with Daddy. Okay, don't say this, but you can say this. I mean, it's so unnatural. Plus the fact that they really miss Kane.
Yeah, CJ and Sarah love Kane almost as much as you do.
They do. I walked in on CJ today. He was like talking with those little puppets that Kane gave him and telling them how much he missed Uncle Kane.
Honey, I know this is going to be cold comfort for you, but do you recognize how very generous you are being right now? I mean, you are putting your own life on hold for Cord's sake.
Larry said that if Cord found out about Kane, it could touch off an emotional breakdown. I mean, what choice did I have?
Oh, no. We always have choices. Usually the right choice is the most painful one. Guess it goes to show what a good person you've become. Because you did make the right choice. You really did.
Thank you, Vicky. I'm lucky to have you.
Well, I'm so glad you appreciate that. Anyway, you don't have me for the rest of the day because I'm going to the courthouse to see the trial. Bye.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.
Kane, please be there.
Tina, what are these?
Those are CJ's puppets.
Where did he get them?
Cord, honey, what is wrong? What? You're shaking. What is upsetting you here?
Pain like this could mean you have...
Tina, I was walking past CJ's room and I saw these puppets, right? And something in my stomach, it just knotted up. In my skin, it just got real cold all of a sudden. I got the feeling that there's something bad associated with these things. Did I give these to CJ?
Well, yes. You sort of did give them to CJ.
What do you mean, sort of?
You won them at a ring toss booth at the fair. I mean, you probably just don't remember it, Cord, and that's why it's so upsetting to you.
No, I don't remember it. Tina, I can't even tell you how strange this is for me. I mean, I have to sit here and I have to listen to all these terrible things that have happened to my family in the last year and a half, things that I should remember that I don't. I have absolutely no memory of. And then I see puppets, right? And it's like my whole system just goes into a red alert. Again, because of something that I don't remember.
Well, you haven't forgotten that I'm here, have you?
Tina, I could never forget you.
Look, Cord, I know this is tough for you to deal with, but you are going to get through this. You will, because we're going to help you, the whole family. We are going to fill in your memory piece by piece until you have the whole picture.
And you're sure that's going to happen, huh?
Absolutely. Hey, you need to get some rest, okay?
Yeah, you're right. Come here. Oh, Tina. I'm telling you, I wouldn't have a prayer getting through this without you. You want to
know what else I don't remember, though?
What?
How I got to be so good at ring toss.
You are just messing with my mind here. That is all you're doing.
Kane, I am not lying to you. I dropped in at Landfair last night, and I found Cord on his way up to the bedroom with a big vase of roses and an even bigger smile on his face.
So what? Okay, maybe he's taking up flower arranging. I don't know.
Actually, he said he was planning a special night for his wife. Now, I'll leave whatever he meant by special up to your imagination.
And what are you smirking about?
Well, I guess I'm just a sucker for love.
Look, Tina does not love Cord, all right?
Oh.
And speaking of Cord, you know, I'm surprised to see a grin on your face considering what Cord's loss of memory means to you.
And just what does it mean to me, Kane?
Well, it's a little hard to scam somebody when they don't know who you are, huh?
I don't know what you're talking about. My only plan is to separate Dorian from some of her money.
Well, then let's just get it over with, shall we?
Fine. Why don't you just tell me what you have in mind?
All right. I plan on disguising myself as a European missionary priest, the saintly type.
One who has devoted his entire life to the service of others.
More specifically, he's been searching for lost children in third world countries.
Ooh, I like it.
Good. So, meet me here later this afternoon, and we'll go pay a surprise visit to Miss Dorian Moore.
Cold call Kane. You, remember that night in Tulsa when I first gave you that nickname?
Yeah, honey, please, spare me the reminiscences, all right?
I'm just impressed with how well you still know the tricks of the trade. You're right, it is easier to get money from someone when they're not expecting you.
I'd like some time alone to with my costume, please.
All right, then. I'll see you later this afternoon. Father,
Moreau.
I like this plan.
Good.
See you later.
Bye.
I like it a lot.
What Nora do? Give up on us?
Where's Powell?
You're late, man. What have you been up to?
I could ask you the same thing, except I already know.
What's that supposed to mean? Answer me.
Look, I got nothing to say to you, all right?
Hi. Hi, Rachel.
Hi, Marty.
Listen, before the festivities get underway, I just wanted to thank you for convincing Carol to come forward.
Oh, Jason was really the one that got to her.
And the way I heard it was a team effort. If you hadn't talked to Carol, she never would have spoken up, and she definitely never would have gone to Nora on her own.
Look, what you and Jason did was great, but I'm not going to be holding my breath waiting for an 11th hour miracle. I've lied to Nora so many times that she probably has antibodies against believing anything that I have to say.
Marty, don't say that.
It's true. Nora's never going to believe me.
Because you never see it coming.
Hello?
Oh, baby, I'm so glad you answered the phone. Look, I know, I'm not supposed to call, but I couldn't take it anymore, honey. I just had to hear your voice. I'm sorry.
I'm not.
You not mad?
No. I'm lonely.
Cord's not around?
Oh, he's around. It's just he's not here right now.
Good. So, not getting along, are you?
We're getting along fine.
Define fine.
I'm trying to help.
Doing for Cord whatever he needs you to do for him.
Anything I can.
He needs you a lot, doesn't he?
Almost all the time.
Even at night?
Kane, I don't do everything.
You don't?
No. Some things I only say for you.
Oh, baby, that is like music to my ears. Honey, I can't tell you how bad I want you right now.
Kane. Oh, Kane, Kane, Kane.
You know who you're talking to. Who's Kane?
Steve, hi. How's it going?
Hi, Mrs. Buchanan. Yeah, I'm just going over Lindsay's notes for the case here.
I am very grateful to you. I hope it wasn't too much of an inconvenience for you to fill in for Lindsay at the last minute like this.
Not at all. I'm glad to help.
Spoken like a journalist who wants to keep his job. Has the session started yet?
Not yet, but it will in a minute.
Okay.
Listen, I have to go over some notes here, and I'll be in a minute, okay?
Well, I'll see you in there.
Okay.
All rise. Oyez, oyez. The Court of Common Pleas of Lantana County is now in session. The Honorable Judge Fitzwater presiding.
Please, be seated.
Hi, Mom.
Were you able to talk to Nora?
No, Nora Gannon just showed up 30 seconds ago. I thought she was going to be a no-show.
Mom has never missed a case in her life.
Rachel, do you have any inkling at all as to what your mother might do now that she's heard Carol Swift's story?
I wish I did.
No one knows what Nora's going to do, Mom, or even if she's going to do anything.
Oh, I can't imagine she wouldn't take any action. This could affect the outcome of the trial.
Diane, who is Nora's next witness?
Terry Dalton, her forensic expert.
Miss Gannon, are you ready to proceed?
Yes, I am, Your Honor.
Call your next witness.
The defense calls Powell Lord III.
That's my Wendy. Since the day